Hey everybody, so I guess by now you know that I am not there and I need you to finish your homework before next week. So I made a short little video to help you finish your homework. I need you to also read chapter 2, and if any of you are brave enough, I want you to start chapter 3 and at least try to take your chapter 2 quiz at least one time. So I believe we left off on question number 16. So I'm going to show you a depiction in Desmos how you work this problem. So if you graph this problem in Desmos, as you can see where it says y equals 2 over x minus 13 plus 6 over x plus 9, if you plot x equals 13, you're going to get an asymptote. And I actually changed it into a dotted line so you can see that it does not cross, the graph does not cross there. And I do believe we talked about that in class. And then if x is equal to -9 as well, I changed it into a dotted line. You see that there's an asymptote there, does not cross. Please use your book to read about asymptotes and what they actually mean. So then I actually circled for you where those asymptotes are. So that's where you get your solution, negative infinity to -9 is a union of -9 to 13. And that is a union of 13 to infinity. And then moving on to number 17, find the domain of the function. You take x plus 2 and you make it greater than or equal to 0 because the square root has to be greater than 0. It cannot be negative. And that is where you get your bracket, -2 to infinity. So we're talking about all of the x's that are greater than -2. And then for the next one, what we're doing is we're taking functions and we are combining them, meaning we are inserting one function into the other. So f circle g means that I take the g function and I place it inside of the x function. And then I do g circle f, meaning I take the f function and I put it inside of the g function. This is a little bit longer. You have to use the FOIL method, meaning you have to multiply and you distribute and all of that stuff. And I'm taking what f is, which is 2 minus x, and placing it inside of g. So now remember, you have to multiply two quantities together. So 2 times 2 minus x times 2 minus x plus 2 minus x plus 3. So you have to combine everything. You have to use the FOIL method. So 2 times 2 is 4. And then 2 times negative x times 2 is minus 4x. And then negative x times negative x is plus x squared. And then you copy the rest, and you just combine the like terms. And thus you get your result, and you're done. And now to do f circle g of 3, you just plug 3 into the first result that you got in part A. And then you do the same thing for part D. You take part B and you plug in 3, and that's it. And that's how you get your numbers and your result. Sorry, it is a little hard to see here, but you just take 3 and you plug it into the function where you have 2 times x squared minus 9 times 3 plus 13, and that's where you get your result at the end. It is hard to see, but just plug it in and you'll figure it out. So if you just follow my example, you'll see the result there. It's 4. And then you do the same thing here. This one is actually a lot more simpler, I think, because you take x plus 7 and you just plug it into f. So you just plug, everywhere you see x is where you plug that in. And you do the same thing with g circle f. So just follow your examples, and then you can just go ahead and struggle through 20. This one is a little bit different because we're talking about the domain. So just follow my steps, pause the video and just do yours the same way. I'm pretty sure we did this one already in class. So just follow the examples and just follow my solution right there. And then for this one, just follow your example. But basically what you're doing is you are substituting in the number for x and seeing if that would make the denominator 0. And if it does, then that is your answer. Okay? G of x cannot be equal to 4. So that means that 3 must be excluded. So now for this one, what you're going to do is you're going to take G, which is x plus 9 over 7, and you're going to insert it into F, which is 9x minus 7. So you end up with 9 times x plus 9 over 7. And don't forget the minus 7. And then you simplify and you see what you get. Now, of course, you have a common denominator to deal with. So 9x plus 81 minus 49 over 7, which gives you 9x plus 32 over 7. And then you just do the opposite. So now you're going to take F and put it into G. Okay? So you're going to put 9x minus 7 into the G, and you simplify. And they are not the same thing, so they are not inverses of each other. All right, so don't forget to subscribe, like, share, if you would like to, and make sure that you get your homework finished, people, because we have a lot to do for chapter 3 4, some of 5 and some of 6. And so I need you to really be trying to get it finished. I am going to be checking to see how far everyone has gotten, and I'm going to message you. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.